3 News Now reporter Ron Johnson talked to the candidates running to represent Nebraska's 2nd District. Among the issues discussed, one which we're all freshly familiar with.
Democrat Tony Vargas and Republican Don Bacon are running to be the next congressmen to represent Nebraska's 2nd District. Don Bacon says his campaign has door-knocked on about 10,000 homes total over the last 2 weeks. He's touting some of his bills aimed at funding Offutt Air Force Base, Eppley Airfield, UNMC, among other places. Vargas says he's been focused on making sure voters are clear about his message and what he can do to best represent District 2. I asked them both about the biggest issues facing voters this midterms, their answers, inflation, and the economy.
They want somebody that understands the hardships and how difficult it is to be able to make ends meet. And I hear that. I hear it about, not just the grocery store, when people are paying their child care bills, or even with their gas pumps still. This is an opportunity to send somebody to Congress that has experience on putting money back in people's pockets.
So you have higher energy prices and then the devaluing of the money that we have, which is inflation. You put those two things together and we're at a 40-year worst. So I'm the right person for this because I want to be energy independent. We must make that a priority, and I've voted against the reckless spending that got us here.
Another topic I asked the congressional candidates about, the future of daylight saving time in the U.S. Earlier this year, a move to make daylight saving time permanent passed the Senate, but was stalled in Congress. Here's what the two had to say about that.
Most people want to stop the time changes twice a year, so I'm on that legislation. You know, it passed unanimously out of the Senate, and the Democrat majority in the House has not put it on the floor. So hopefully after the election, in the lame duck session, maybe Speaker Pelosi will put it on the floor and put it up for a vote.
I'll be honest, we've had this conversation in the legislature, and what we tend to find is there's a good group of people, Democrats and Republicans, that think we should change it, and I'm open-minded to that.
That move would do away with us having to switch the clocks back and forth every spring and fall. It would have gone into effect next year. Stay with us here on 3 News Now over these next few days for the latest in this and all of the other important races and issues on your ballot this midterm election. In the studio, Ron Johnson, 3 News Now.